All right, so Dan Labbe here with Doug Lesmerises, Mary Kay Cabot, Ellis Williams, and Gary Morocco. We are going to pick the Browns and the Eagles on Sunday. I've got this one at 3.5. The Browns favored, although I'm also seeing 3 now too. So why don't we go with the 3? We're going to go Browns -3 in this one. And Gary, you are our Football Insider subscriber guest picker, so you get to lead us off.
The defense has me worried, guys. It does. I could see this being a push. I can't pick against the Browns. I'm picking the Browns, but the defense has me worried. I just think there's so much pressure on the offense where if they don't have almost a perfect game, we could lose a banana peel game like this against the Eagles. I do think we're the better team. I'd like to see Ronnie or Denzel get a pick on Carson Wentz, but I'm not super confident in this pick, but I do believe the Browns can pull it off. I guess, again, how Stefanski has shown he can win these games that we should win. I really think they'll come through again. Okay,
so Gary, you kind of led me into my pick because you said winning the games you should win. And I've said this before. I think, look, in the NFL, teams lose games they're supposed to win. It just happens. The best teams, middle of the road teams, they all lose games that they're supposed to win. I don't know for sure if the Browns are going to lose this game. I have some concerns about it. I don't know what I'm going to actually pick when we make our picks for the paper and we just pick it straight up. But because of that, I think this is going to be a close game. So I'm going to take the Eagles +3 one over the Browns. I'm not going to let Doug talk me out of this one, like he did the Texans last week. Honestly, to me, it's not a statement on the Browns. It's not a statement on their playoff chances. It's just there is a reality in the NFL. You are going to lose games that you're not supposed to lose. And I just feel like the Browns down the stretch here are going to stumble at some point like every team does. And this seems like a prime spot maybe for it to happen before they go to Jacksonville next week. So there's my pick. Who wants to go next? Ellis?
Yeah, I'm on the Browns -3 here. I have written down for the Eagles to win this game, they're going to have to start doing stuff that they may be capable of doing on paper, but just haven't done all year. That's be accurate with the football. Carson Wentz is, I think, 31st in completion percentage at like 56 or 58, somewhere around there. They're going to have to run the ball. Miles Sanders is averaging like 4.8 yards per carry. It's 4th best in the league, yet Doug Peterson would rather have Carson Wentz drop back there and play hero ball and lead a turnover. So they're not disciplined in doing that. And they would need to have an identity. They would need to know who they are. Last week with the game on the line, 4th and 10, they just ran a back shoulder fade to the rookie wide receiver. And that was the game. To me, I just don't understand how that's your got to have it play in that situation. It just shows a lack of who they are when the chips are down and when they need a big play. So again, for the Eagles to win this game, they would need to be a dead clock that's right twice a day or something and all of a sudden look like Carson went to 2017. I don't anticipate that happening, so I'll take the Browns -3.
I mean, look, Myles Garrett could have 3 strip sacks in this game. That's the counterpoint to my pick. Doug, what are you picking?
All right. Take the stuff that I said last week and replay it at twice the volume. I have the Browns by 3 scores in this game, and I looked this up. In the Eagles' last 6 games, they stink. That's my stat. Go ask anybody in Philadelphia right now what they think of the Eagles. The Eagles are in disarray. Nobody thinks the Eagles are good. The Browns are trending up. The weather has tricked us. The Nick Chubb and Wyatt Teller injury has tricked us. We have forgotten how good they are. We did not get to see it last week. Is it going to be windy? What's the weather forecast? I feel like we need a meteorologist on this podcast every week. It's going to rain?
Rain. I don't think it's windy, though. I think the wind is supposed to be okay.
So listen, I double-checked this. I actually did look this up. I think the Browns are 3-6 against the spread this year with 2 awful beats in the last month, the Cody Parkey miss of the extra point against the Bengals and the whole Nick Chubb thing last week. So don't bet on them. I almost wanted to write a column this week like, are there Browns fans out there who are like, yay, they won. Oh my God, I lost money. Don't do that to yourself. Just root with your heart and bet on something else. Bet on Russell Wilson. Don't bet on the Browns if you love the Browns. But if you are going to bet on them, give the 3 because this is a lock. My pick is like 35-10. I think the Browns finally get the chance to remind everyone that they are good, and the Eagles get to remind everyone that they are not.
Hey, speaking of which, did I tell you guys that Nick Chubb cost me 9 cents last week?
My God.
I did a little one of those stupid little DraftKings lineups, and I managed to win 30 cents, but I had Nick Chubb too, and if he would have scored that touchdown, I'd be 9 cents richer right now.
Let's not forget this is a Cody Parkey revenge game too, so
that's right.
He's gonna get like 6 goals. Yeah,
6 field goals, and they all bounce in.
What's your pick, Mary Kay?
All right, you know what? I don't think that they're going to win by 1,000,000 points because there is an element of this Eagles game that does concern me somewhat, and that is their pass rush. They have a good pass rush. Jim Schwartz, their defensive coordinator, is going to do everything that he possibly can to confuse Baker Mayfield, to pressure him. He's going to stunt. He's going to game. He's going to get Brandon Graham and Derek Barnett and Fletcher Cox and all the boys just trying to give Baker Mayfield hell in this game. Baker has not been pressured since he played the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, in that game, he did not have Nick Chubb, so that will help a lot. This game, he should have Jack Conklin back, but he hasn't practiced all week, so that's been a little bit weird. So I think that's one element of this game that kind of gives me pause a little bit. The other thing is, even though Carson Wentz has been horrible, I do think that he's getting a couple of guys back in Miles Sanders. Zach Ertz might be coming back. Maybe Travis Fulgham will wake back up again this week. So I think the Browns are going to win, but I don't know if it's going to be as easy as it might seem against a 3-5-1 team. But for purposes of this pod, I am going to pick them to win by the 3 because of the two-headed monster. I mean, when you've got Nick and you've got Kareem, you can make great things happen. And I think you can pretty much beat almost anybody. They also need to get Miles back, but I think he'll be back and he'll be fine.